Hey y'all, welcome back to Timmy Talks. I am Timmy. How y'all doing this evening? It is September the what? The 9th, the 18th, Thursday. I didn't come, I don't know, Tuesday. Oh, last Thursday. I can't remember y'all. I'm sorry. I've been working a lot. A lot been going on. But here I am. It is September the 2 more weeks in a month, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Excuse me. Can y'all believe this year is almost gone? 2 more weeks in a month. And of course, it is football season. It is football season. You hear the game in the back. Because that's why I'm just getting on here. I was watching the game. Yes, it's Thursday night football. I watch football. I love football. And Poe Dolphins. We beat them bad last. Excuse me, I gotta get a sip of water. I am a little parched. But we beat the Dolphins last week. If you don't know who my team is the New England Patriots. Been my team for a very long time. Very, very long time. Excuse me. If you know me, you know this. But so yeah, so that's what I was doing. After I got off work, I was sitting there watching some of the game. Run, boy. Oh! Yeah, I love football. Oh, it's over with. They lost to the Bills. But anyway, that's how it goes. So that's what I was doing. I'm gonna turn this down. That's old Josh Allen's. They are now 3-0, and the Dolphins are 0-3. Yeah, but it's football season. I love football. It's my favorite things. One of my favorite things. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, they have so much stuff going on. I have so many different things that I want to sit on here and talk to y'all about, but I'm only gonna talk to y'all about one thing. And everybody has unsolicited opinions, unasked for opinions. And that's what opinions are, your view of whatever you want it to be. And I ain't gonna lie to nobody, to no particular person. As God sits up in heaven, and you can call me what you want. You can say I'm living under a rock. You can say I don't pay attention. You can say I'm not in tune. But I'm not into what's the word? I want to make sure I'm using my words careful. So what I'm saying is that I be too busy dealing with real life stuff to where the stuff that really be going on in the world and in the news, I can't focus on. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. I'm gonna pause and put a pin right there for one moment to say thank you for watching Timmy Talks. Thank you for your support. Thank you if you share my videos. Thank you if you rewatch my videos. Thank you if you are a subscriber of mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my little heart. Also, plain kisses. You see it. You see it. I do have a perfume that I am excited to smell. This perfume came highly recommended. I found my sister sent me a video off of TikTok, so I am going to open it in my the last 10 minutes of this video because I'm going to open on TikTok and do a reaction on both with y'all and with them because that's how I figure I'm gonna end up doing this. So the last 10 minutes of my Timmy Talks, I'm gonna be talking with Timmy on TikTok. That's how we're gonna do this. So back to what I was saying. So I have been seeing a lot of, stuff going on about the man that was assassinated in Utah. And when it happened, because I work with some people there, that's how I found out. And it was like I'm checking on the people in Utah, and I was like, what happened? And that's what made me see what had happened. And I was just like, oh, who is that? Promise you. And I've I've done a little digging, and I because I'm like, who is this? Never heard of him. And I don't know if it's because I'm living under a rock, like I said, but I didn't know who that was. Never had heard of him because I don't be in a. It's just not my thing. Now, my parents knew who he is. Of course, they watch the news. Like, you know who that? No, 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 because that doesn't. I don't have. I don't have time for that. I'm just being honest. The arguments, the debates, the back and forth about what is and what's not and what's going to be and what is already is and what has come and what I'm not that girl. I'm not. I can remember a couple of years ago, I had just started working at Arcane, and we was in a break room or the cafeteria. I can't really remember where. We was talking about something, and I will never forget. I can't really remember who I was talking to or what we was talking about, but I want to say it was around the time Obama was being elected, or he was running for presidency, or something along the lines like this. And I could never remember. I forget. I say politics and religions, it just don't belong in certain conversations. I'm a firm believer of that. I do believe that people can coexist in an area with different opinions in certain things. I do believe that. You don't have to believe what I believe in for us to get along. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I find that this is true. However, we have to have an understanding and a level of respect to be around each other, to coexist, to be mature enough to be around one another. You understand? So, truly, when this happened to this person, I didn't know who that was. I had to literally go like Google and YouTube, and I'm like, what he said? Oh, this is what y'all mad about? Like, and when I ain't arguing with nobody. How you feel about him, that's your business. I didn't know that man. You ain't even know that man. And what I do see a lot of it is people are, and it's true, and it's sad. I only agreed with a statement that was made. How you live your life on earth is how you live your life on earth. When you die, you don't get to be viewed as a way that you didn't live. I agree with that. That's I really do like, but that's the way people do you when you die. So we've all been to a funeral where we knew somebody that got killed or was murdered or died or whatever the case may be, a family member that wasn't, whatever the case may be, and the way they were perceived like they lived a certain type of life, it was a total opposite. So people do that in death. It doesn't matter just because he's a certain type of person that they're not going to do the same. People do that all the time. But I just have a message for the people that are out here just, we have to be careful what we put on. Once you put something on social media, it's out there. It's not ever going away. It's never going away. Ever. When you say it, it's automatically out there. And my thing is that what I've been mostly seeing is people are almost like rejoicing. And that's horrible. Like y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. And what's getting me is that the churches, the pastors, the people that are say that they love Christ, the things that they have said, and I'm talking about pastors that are esteemed, like in got big churches, and I mean, their theology is horrible. But I mean, but for people to be sitting up under him, you listen to, first of all, I already listened to, yeah, I ain't saying that, but for the influence that you have over people and saying, it's horrible. I heard one man say, you know, um, he wasn't like, I think it was Jamal Bryant, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't, they're comparing him to Martin Luther King. And the only thing between him and Martin Luther King that were the same was that they was both killed by a white man. I was like, wait, what? What is going on? What is going on? That's what you're preaching about? Like, I get that a lot of these churches want to be relevant in what's going on in the world. However, we are not supposed to be of the world. So when I go to church, I don't mind referencing something that's happened in today's society, but I, we don't live, we should not be living like the world. So that shouldn't be your sermon. Like that, I got a problem with that. But I digress. Anyway, um, I saw that going around, and I just will say, educate yourself. Don't base your opinion on what other people's opinion is of a certain person. That's why I had to go figure out for myself. And basically, I'm not going to say that the man was what everybody else is saying he was. Because when you're educated and you're intelligent and you got common sense and you can think for yourself, I didn't, people need to look at the bigger picture, the whole picture, not just the part you want to look at. Because I saw another video, a man was talking, he was, saying what he would do. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But then it was coming out that I think the person that did it was either something along the lines. This is all allegedly. I didn't get the full story because I'm not that. I'm not invested. I don't really care. To be honest with you, I'm being totally honest. I do not care. I just don't. It's not on my top priority to be. I don't care. I don't. I think they said he was either trans or transitioning or homophobic. Okay, I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I don't care. I was like, oh, all right. Baby, the world, get yourself together, I'm telling y'all. But anyway, it is September the 18th. I don't have too much planned for the weekend. I don't know what y'all got planned. I've been working. Living. Happy. Um, Watching football. I love football. I am gonna post some pictures on here of my last couple of months. I'm gonna do that tonight, tomorrow, Friday, Friday. But yeah, y'all. And another thing I want to talk to y'all about is that life, and I know sometimes it sounds like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I am so grateful So grateful. Every every single time that I have been put in a position and I was the one receiving, I was being mistreated or, got the bad end of the stick or got the end, was done wrong, or whatever the case may be. Every single time, every single time, it's always this calming, this peace. Because see, here's the thing. When you when you know that, excuse me, when you know who is in control, that's all you need to know. That's how I live and move and breathe and operate. Because I am a human being. I am living down here human with I am a sinner. I am living down here trying to strive to be like Christ and be better each day. However, I'm human, born into sin. But every on every side is always something. Always. Always. But always on the other side of that, he's always there. And I'm telling y'all, and one day I'm gonna tell y'all, but the things that I have endured and have come, you know, I see why some people be like, I see why. And I'm not big on, you know, I'm not, and if you know me, you know this, I'm not big on, maybe when I was young in my teens and my 20s when I ain't know no better, but I'm not that type of person. I don't have time for that. I told you so, and look at you now, and I knew it, but I am big on, can't nobody get you like God. Nobody. Nobody. That's why I don't waste my time on, I'm going to get you back, or I'm going to try to get you back, or you do me something, I'm going to do you something. I don't have time for that. I ain't got time for that. Because can't nobody get you like him. And stop always thinking the devil is the devil. No, 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 no. You might have done it 10 years ago. You might have done it 20 years ago. You might have done it 10 minutes ago. But when he come back for you, he's coming. Trust me. Every choice, every decision we make have a consequence. Every circumstance, everything. Every decision, we're living in our decision. We are our decisions. We're our parents, or whatever the case may be. So, remember that. And another thing, I know that I am her. You know that I am her. He know that I am her. And that's all I'm going to say. I play too much, huh? I know. But oh God, I thank you. I thank you, God. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing all right. I hope that y'all are living on purpose, treating people right, taking a bath, washing yourself correctly, because everything starts with the bell. So this perfume actually was they say was recommended by Rihanna, my girl Riri. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this over some so it won't look crazy. I had took my nails off, y'all. I had nails on. Let's see. I got 2 stands. I think I'm all lit. I know. Because I am.